Suljovic, the number 9 seed, the gentle, making his serene way onto the stage to open his International Darts Open account here this weekend in Riesa at the Saxon Arena. And he takes on one of the host nation qualifiers. Bit of a surprise package this weekend, Mike Holz. Even some of the guys now here in PDC Europe, some of the aficionados of German darts, don't really know a great deal about him. He doesn't play any of the Super League stuff round here. He's just a local legend in Hamburg. And he's come through the qualifiers, knocking out some of the big names of German darts. Thomas Saylor, young Martin Schindler, who's a promising young player. Managed to see off Michael Barnard in the first round on his European Tour debut in a 6-5 win. Showed a great deal of composure at some key moments in that match. And now takes on Mensur Suljovic, who our MC Elmar Polka quite rightly described him as the greatest dart player to come from a German-speaking region of the world. I think that's pretty much undisputed, to be honest. Mensur Suljovic has been stunning, particularly over the last couple of years. And Mike Holz has got a very big task on his hands if he's going to book his place in the last 16 of the International Darts Open. I'm Dan Dawson. Paul Nicholson is sat alongside me for what should be a relatively noisy encounter here at the Saxon Arena.
You think? Oh yeah, bring on the noise. We've had You'll Never Walk Alone. Now let's make it all about the Germans.
Ladies and gentlemen, first luggage Mike to drill first. Game on.
Well, Mike Holz has the advantage of throwing first in this one, which will be a huge advantage if it does go to an 11th and deciding leg, as his first round match did.
100.
It's very interesting, isn't it? I was speaking to Michael Barnard last night about Mike Holz, and the fact that we don't know anything about this guy. Michael said, was it just me, or did he have the game of his life? My reply being, I don't know.
I've no idea,
because we don't know who this guy is.
All we can do is this one game that we've seen him play on the big stage, you know, and this will be a new stage for him as well. You know, playing in front of 3,000 plus fans, it's a big difference from playing in front of the few hundred that were here yesterday.
Yeah.
But he did show incredible composure in the penultimate leg of the match. Michael Barnard took out a 1-4-1 to save his skin, with Holtz sat on 76, I believe, for the match, 76 or 78 for the match, and he took out an incredible shot. You'll struggle to see a better shot all weekend. And yet, Holtz maintained his composure, kicked off 180 in the deciding leg, and that went a long way to winning the match for him. And if he can do that on his debut on the big stage, maybe he could do something special here again today.
Well, the only way to find these talents is to give the right vehicle to these players to actually shoot forward. I mean, I remember a few years ago we were playing a Players' Championship event in Europe. All of a sudden this guy called Bernd Royf comes around. It's like, who's this guy? He beat everyone that day. Mike Holtz could well be one of the new discoveries of German darts.
Well, we shall see. He's a 41-year-old from Hamburg. He's only been playing steel tip for the last sort of 4 or 5 years. Played a lot of soft tip. These two have never run into each other. Mensur didn't even know who he was, and yet obviously he's been around Germany and Austria and Europe playing a lot of soft tip darts, Mensur, and still didn't know who he is. So even the guys in the know, he's an unknown quantity. Suljovic, treble 17, just misses out, and Holtz is going to have a poke at the 98.
102.
Yeah, there's only one route for this.
98.
He's been hitting plenty of treble 20s so far on that stage, and there's another one. Will he go straight for double 19? Shouldn't be awkward.
60.
Oh, it was close though.
Mensur, you require 59.
Now, Suljovic, by hitting that 25 on the last visit, has given himself an easier two-darter. 59, single 19 in tops. He'll want to get rid of this as soon as possible. He gets the advantage over Holtz. I believe he will shoot forward and try and use that experience and that confidence that he's had the last couple of years.
Double 10, shake of the head from Mensur. There it is, and the big imaginary headbutt celebration makes its first appearance of the weekend as Mensur Suljovic gets a break of throw.
Well, MVG's got a left hook. Mensur Suljovic has got a nut. Wow, who's got the best right hook in darts? I've got to say Andy Jenkins, I would say.
More ways than one.
45.
Winner of this one faces either Chris Dobie, who was probably the standout performer yesterday in the opening round, or Jelle Klaasen, the number 8 seed, and that could be a belter. That's on the way this evening. part of the 8 matches we've got in the evening session. 6 this afternoon. We've already had a couple of them with Robbie Green and Ian White making it through. And a quick note on Robbie Green. Mentioned a few times that the qualification for the European Championship, one of the big tournaments of the year, in November in Hasselt in Belgium. Qualification that is hotting up with these European Tour events. It's based solely on the Euro Tour results. Adrian Lewis is not going to play any more European Tour events between now and the end of the year. So we know exactly how much money he's won. And he is sat in the very last qualifying place. Now, Robbie Green, he's through till tomorrow's action. He's qualified for the last 3 European Tour events. He only needs to win one more game. So either win tomorrow or win the first round in any of those 3 remaining Euro Tour events, and Adrian Lewis is out of the European Championship. That's my understanding. Former champion, former European champion Adrian Lewis will not be in Hasselt in Belgium to try and win back that title.
You've got to think the way Robbie Green's playing that he will pick up at least one victory, and the way he's played already this weekend, he's got to be thinking, I've got a chance here.
Got a very real chance. He's just seen off a world champion in Stephen Bunting and done it relatively comfortably.
And I can guarantee he's not thinking about the European Championships yet. He's thinking about Risa, and he's thinking about a trophy and a big paycheck.
I think everybody will be thinking about that with Michael van Gogh's withdrawal. Sometimes I get the feeling that some of these players think they're playing for second place. They'll always go and give it their best, and they know they've got a chance to beat Michael van Gogh, but they know that most times if they go to a tournament, they may end up facing him and they may end up getting beaten by him. But he's not here, so this is a huge opportunity, and this is an opportunity for Mensur Suljovic for 2-0. And there it is, and that's a 15-dart leg. And Mensur,
third leg is Mike to throw first. Game on.
Already is putting Mike Holz under some pressure.
Oh, he's putting his foot on his throat because Mike Holz did wisely leave himself the 170, but didn't even get a shot at it. I'm a big fan of this new sharp-looking Mensur today. He's got a new shirt. Oh, he's looking very snazzy. Is he succumbing to a bit of showbiz? He's not very Mensur. He's not very showbiz. I tell you what, maybe he's succumbing to it.
He's a strong look from Mensur. And who knows?
95.
I mentioned before today, before the action started, he was third favourite to win the title, despite never making a PDC ranking final. He has made 11 semi-finals in the PDC, and every single time he has failed to take that next step to go on to the final. If he does find himself in the final this weekend, will he be able to produce? And we know he's got the game, just shown us there.
Hasn't he just? He's been doing it time and time again. He's really into these European Tour events now. He loves the format. And I think his best opportunity of making a final or even winning a tournament is at one of these.
He's certainly been excellent over the last 2 years. I mean, just in this calendar year, 2016, he made the semi-final in Venray. Earlier on this year, he's had 2 semi-finals and 9 quarter-finals. He's picking up money in every single event he plays in. That's what's pushed him up into the world's top 16. I mean, stays there, he'll be at the Masters next year, and all kinds of doors start opening for you.
Next thing you know, he could be in the Premier League.
Oh, if he keeps on going, I mean, he made his first couple of big semi-finals at the Grand Prix and the Players' Championship final. If he keeps doing that, he'll keep going up the rankings. And who knows what could happen?
83.
Just misses the double 18, and this is a real opportunity for Holz, and they're the kind of things that he may have to take out if he's going to overcome Mensur Suljovic.
Single 20 in tops to get on the board. It's open.
50.
He didn't close it out.
So you require 18.
So the number 9 seed has double 9. Is he going to go straight for it? I believe he is.
Well, it's close to one he likes. It's the bottom end of that double 9, maybe. There you go.
Game shot on the third leg. Mensur Suljovic.
Loves the double 40.
Yeah, getting closer to it.
First. Game on.
We used to use it all the time, and all of a sudden we started talking about it a lot, and he stopped using it.
He doesn't use it. It's weird, isn't it? I mean, look, it's the Grand Prix soon, and we know he's going to start on double 14. There'll be plenty of double 14 hitting for all the the darts hipsters out there who just crave seeing Austria's Mensur Suljovic smashing in double 14s. And it was
100.
his incredible ability to hit that particular double that helped propel him through the tournament at the Grand Prix in Dublin last year. But when you're getting off first and second dart every single leg, it just gives you a huge advantage.
55.
And Mensur is currently averaging more than 104 here. But it's no surprise anymore. When he first started playing every event,
55.
when he started playing like this, you think, oh, hang on, he's on a bit of a purple patch. It's not a purple patch, it's just how he plays. Well, he's dropped a little bit there to 102, but that is still very good.
It's that old thing about bringing the practice game to the stage and to the Pro Tour. The first person to really talk about that thing was Richie
57.
Davies at Lakeside, back when he made the final against Raymond van Barneveld. They said, well, what's the difference in your game this year, Richie? And he said, well, I brought my practice game to the stage. It's really that simple about being comfortable up there and being as comfortable up there as you are in the back.
Well, in terms of Mensur, it takes a huge... I mean, you'll know, you can perhaps explain this better than I can, but when you're up on that stage and you've got a crowd like this, 3,000 people who are baying, some for you, some against you, sometimes a lot of them will be against you.
100.
Sure, you can elucidate on that, Paul.
Yeah.
But it takes enormous confidence to be able to play a good game. But also for Mensur, he does what he wants up there. They can be booing,
57.
they can be jeering him,
Mensur
trying to get him to hurry up, and he does not
149.
care. He just blocks it out. I mean, that takes incredible strength of mind to not let all that affect you.
How is this shot going to affect Mike Holz? Oh, I thought he was going to get that, you know. I had a funny feeling in my water. Oh, there it is. He's trying to leave it.
156.
Yeah, treble 14 would have left his favourite.
Oh, this would be nice.
Oh. My word, Mike Holz!
120.
Oh.
Think he got as excited as I did about that.
Yeah, that one was in Hamburg. But great effort. Great effort. All of a sudden, he's put a bit of heat on this 56 for Suljovic. Conventional 16 and tops. Tops it is. 2 10s for a 4-0 advantage.
46.
Oh, she's given Holtz a chance.
Might require 36.
And the vocal volume of this crowd goes up. Will it go up even more with a hit? Yes, it does.
Showing the fourth leg. Mike Holz.
And it's a break of throw as well as
Fifth
Mike
leg,
Holtz
Mike
registers his
first.
first leg of this match.
Game on.
And gives him some foothold, gives him something to work with in this one. As they fight it out for a place in the final day of action here at the Saxon Arena. Jelle Klaassen or Chris Dobie awaits the winner of this one.
129.
And Mensur Suljovic is not going to have it all his own way here.
Yeah, right, the winner of this game plays the winner of that Klaassen Dobie game. And I, for one, can't wait for that game. That has got special written all over it.
Well, this is the same
95.
quarter of the draw as well, where we've had Van Gerwen and Gurney both withdraw for medical reasons. So it's Jordi Meeuwissen and Ryan Meikle who are in there as well. And Ryan Meikle making his debut. Jordi Meeuwissen hasn't got a great deal of experience on big stages. I mean, what an opportunity for Dobie, Klaassen, Suljovic and indeed Mike Holtz to find themselves not only in the final day but in the final session of action and potentially even the final itself.
Well, Klaassen's the one that hasn't won at the European Tour.
85.
He's won Pro Tour events, he's won Lakeside, he's won big events. I know how much he craves one of these, but he has got a big hurdle tonight and someone who's got his tail up.
45.
And this is a tasty section of the draw because we're seeing matches that we wouldn't usually see. And we've got the potential for new rivalries, which I'm always keen to see.
Well, the defending champion here, of course, is Michael Smith. And Michael Smith will be immensely relieved that he's not running into Mensur Suljovic earlier on, because
100.
I hesitate to say that Mensur's got his number, but Michael absolutely detests playing against him, and he has lost a number of high-profile games, a number on the European Tour to Mensur Suljovic. And if Smith is going to go on and defend his title here,
82.
I would think he'll be hoping somebody takes Mensur out for him. We get to see Michael Smith in action opening his account later tonight against James Wilson. I'll be honest, that is a very tricky game because Wilson's playing some very good darts at the minute.
Isn't he just? Played very well yesterday. This game is almost on a knife edge at the minute. Mike Holtz has got the advantage in this leg, but Suljovic is trying to put some heat on him, and that's not good
85.
enough, he's saying to
Mike
himself.
105.
Because he wanted to have much less than 136. 86 left for Holtz. 68, so he's got to leave it handy.
57.
That'll do.
Mentally require
So
136.
Suljovic can take this out in 15 darts. He's going to have to go for the Devin Peterson shot of yesterday.
Wow. Yeah, just don't finish it with double 11. Well, he needed the 2 trebles. So Mike Holz is going to get 2 darts here. Assuming he doesn't miss the big number, 2 darts to close the gap to 3-2. Big moment in the match this. Double top. He was very good on this yesterday. Is it much of a guide?
28.
Maybe not.
That's about as much of a chance as you get against Suljovic. So he had to take that opportunity. I see nothing but 4-1 here for the Austrian.
Double 18. Double 9. Hit this earlier. Oh, right in the wire. Can he use it? No, he cannot.
Might require 20.
And the odd sensation for Mensur Suljovic of getting booed by the German fans. Usually
very unusual. Very, very unusual.
Oh, Mike Holz has got to go. And he doesn't go.
I think he rushed that a little bit.
Require 18.
Just went to the hockey a little bit soon. Didn't compose himself to, I think, the level that he had yesterday and earlier in this match. Suljovic has been let off a bit. And he's just going to take his time. He's going to do it his own way.
That's incredible. Look, they've already started booing him and jeering him. And yet he'll quietly just stand there on stage, look them in the face and have a drink.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
He does not care what you think, Risa.
He's doing the right thing as well. He's having a smile, saying, you can do what you like, but I'm going to hit this. Or is he?
Double 4. And that is bang in the middle. And how do you like that, 3,500 German fans? Because Mensur does not care.
How do you headbutt 3,000 people? Mensur Suljovic knows how to do it. It is, of course, a metaphor. Otherwise, you'd be in a lot of trouble with the Polizei.
DRA would be very busy.
It'd be off my back for a while.
81.
Well, Mike Holz, is that leg a crucial? I mean, 3-2 and 4-1, big difference between them. And you get the feeling he had those 2 darts in the first leg.
85.
At the double 19 as well. He has had opportunities.
What I like about this situation for Holz is the fact that he's got his opportunity on the stage. He's had a little taste of it. Had a taste of victory yesterday. He's in the midst of a very good atmospheric match here. Do you think, Dan, that we will see him in more qualifiers this month?
Well, I don't see why he wouldn't.
140.
I mean, he's shown that he's got something about him. As I say, his temperament, his demeanour against Michael Barnard was superb, and I can't really. He doesn't look nervous.
45.
But it's just not gone for him as well as it did yesterday. I mean, he was hitting more than 1 in 3 of his darts at double against Barnard. At the moment, he's hitting 9%. And 9%, you're not going to win many games against anybody, let alone one of the 4 men in world darts in Mensur Suljovic.
But he's made Mensur slightly uncomfortable in this match. Not just the crowd participation,
90.
but it's very hard to unsettle the big man from Austria.
Yeah, it really is.
95.
There's a thing about pink flights in this country as well. I was talking to someone last night about Rene Idams and his cube pink flights.
He had the shirt to match, didn't he?
Didn't he just? Looked like a big bottle of Pepto-Bismol.
The 145 is not going. Mike Holz has got 81.
Leaves you 75, big Mens. And that leaves you 24. What a lovely visit.
Set up that.
Smacks that pressure on Holz.
Well, 21, so 60. It's 20 for double top. Does like double top. Seems to leave it whenever he can. Can he hit it? Yes, he can! And it's another break of flow. And Mike Holz, when he's going toe-to-toe with Mensur Suljovic, he's got a lot of ground to make up, but he is not going quietly.
Yeah, stand up if you love the darts, and stand up if you love that shot, Risa, because they certainly do. They've definitely got this place warmed up. It's warm outside. It's even hotter in here now.
And the noise level rises a little bit.
Imagine if this guy qualifies for Hamburg next year.
Wow. Well, I'm told he's something of a local legend in Hamburg. He's tennis and squash champion. He's obviously a Big name dart player there.
130.
He loves a bullseye, does Mensur. All these soft-hit players do, don't they?
And Dave Pallett.
85.
Yeah.
Pallett will take out 107, ball 7 ball. Not seeing Pallett here this weekend.
A somewhat pensive crowd now, expectant
100.
for more drama. And if Holz can hold here, which is looking more likely now,
Oh, look at this.
125.
then he's going to give this crowd more to shout about.
Happened a few times for him, hasn't it? He's had 2 good darts in the treble and then the last one just goes awry.
Maybe just a little bit of nerves. You tend to find that you get a rhythm with the first 2 and then all of a sudden you think, oh, I might hit 180 and you pull it a little bit.
100.
But he's got 6 darts from 151 to make it 4-3.
Someone took this out yesterday, Ryan Meikle.
His very first leg.
Yeah, welcome to the
49.
European Tour, Ryan Meikle. Win 1 game and you're through to Sunday. 102 is nice and inviting though, but how much pressure is he going to be under? Well, a bit more now. Lots more. He's going to have to hit it. And so just checking with our referee. Big 19.
139.
Leads in 32. So
Might require 102.
that's 70 more points than Mensah. He's going to have to maul.
Now, does he stay on there? It looks inviting if he can find the treble 20. Is he readjusting? He is. What a dart that is. Tops.
62.
That is a great effort.
Mensah require 32.
But he could find himself coming back to the board in the next leg because Suljovic can close this out. 2 16s. It's perfect. It's even better now. But it isn't good enough.
Might require 40.
I would have put a lot of money on him hitting that. He can't believe it.
It's just a big metal funnel to stick it in there, but he didn't manage it. Mike Holz has closed the gap, and there is only 1 leg in it. And Mike Holz, well, he's had opportunities to win some legs he's lost. This could be a very different game. Both men have missed a few doubles, but Mike Holz is still in there fighting this out with Mensur Suljovic. And we could have a German through to the final day of action on one of these European Tour events. I believe it'd be the only the second time it's happened. Max Hoff has managed to do it.
Oh, he's having a bit of a Bill Medley and Jennifer Warnes moment, and he's having the time of his life. Why not? Because the pressure is on Suljovic. He's the seed. He's the favourite. That's why.
180.
Suljovic with a little bit of a Johnny-come-lately look, as if to say, I'm still here.
92.
Oh, this would be exactly what Mensur would have wanted for himself. Just a nice, easy hold of throw. He's only managed to hold his throw once in this game until now. This look, I mean, he could fire in a 10-darter here.
The only thing missing from the last visit was Andrew Gilding's thumb.
Well,
135.
Classy leg from Suljovic. When the pressure was on him, he has delivered.
$85.
Now then,
It does happen a lot, that
86.
5, doesn't it? It does happen a lot, but 46, you're right.
well, I thought he might have left his favourite, double 14, but he's gone for 16s and 8s.
30.
And maybe he should have. What's going on, Mensur? Still has plenty of time to see this off.
57.
Yeah, double 8.
Mensah require 16.
For 5-3 and a little bit of breathing room, which he does need. It was that close in the last leg with double 16.
Again?
Done exactly the same.
Ah, there we go. And
Mensah Suljovic.
there you go. The Mensur Suljovic. I'm never quite sure what point he's getting at. He does that little wave of the hand like he's conducting an imaginary orchestra every now and again when he's not happy with how his darts have gone. But that seemed pretty textbook to me. He stuck 2 right on the wire and then just used them to guide the last one in. It's exactly what he wanted to do.
60.
The double 16 in the last leg and was unable to manage it.
Well, with our techie friends out there, if you look at that moment and just gif that, that could be construed as an Austrian Devin Peterson. I don't think Mensah's much of a dancer, but
140.
maybe he is.
Well, if Mensur walks on stage tomorrow at some point flexing his pecs, then quite frankly, social media will go mad.
Whoa!
Mike Holz. That's a first maximum for the man from Hamburg, and that takes us to 70 for the weekend, and there'll be plenty more to come, and I can assure you of that.
If Mensur Suljovic starts dancing, darts has definitely gone Hollywood.
Well, I'm not sure we'll see much of that. Ooh, didn't like that one. Level pegging in this leg. It's a must-win one. All of them are must-win ones for Mike Holz.
85.
But he does have the advantage of throwing first in 2 of the remaining 3 legs, including this one, of course.
He does have that little bit of lateral drift into the 5 now and again, but I tell you what, when he does seem to have a little bit of a scoring power to back that up. 85s, 125s, 135s.
Mensur is down to a finish. He will look at 121 for the match. Holz finds a treble. Finds another one. Great effort. He couldn't really do much more than that. Mensur Suljovic 1-2-1 for the match and a 6-3 win. But Mike Holz is ready to pounce on double 18 and cut the gap to 1 again if this doesn't go. Treble 17 for bullseye for Mensur Suljovic. He gets the treble. Bull for the win.
Bullseye! What a shot from Suljovic, and has he just shut this crowd up? Yes, he has. With a bit of brilliance, Mike Holz can hold his head up high. He's done brilliantly this weekend, but he's running to Mensur Suljovic. The gentle progresses. The number 9 seed is through.
Starker Auftritt von Mike Holz, aber am Ende auch ein verdienter Sieg für Mensur Suljovic. Mike, darf ich dir eine Frage vielleicht stellen? Ja, natürlich. Frag mal. War heute schon eine ganz andere Atmosphäre als gestern? Heute war European Tour at its best.
Man kann es nicht beschreiben. Man kommt hier hoch, man wird empfangen. Man kennt die Leute nicht und sind einfach nur geil drauf.
Blut geleckt durch dieses Wochenende. Werden wir dich häufiger jetzt bei den Qualifikationsturnieren sehen? Wird das dein Ziel sein, jetzt bei der European Tour häufiger dabei zu sein?
Definitiv ja. Also Mülheim spiele ich jetzt auch noch. Und dann mal gucken, was in der Zukunft noch alles auf mich zukommt.
Also Mülheim nächste Woche. Mike Holz ist mit dabei. Das ist gut so. Mike, toller Auftritt, tolles Turnier von dir. Gratuliere dir dazu. Mike Holz! Mensur. Glückwunsch.
Mein alter Freund.
Das war heute nicht einfach. Stimmung war ganz schön heiß, vor allem als Mike rankam auf 3:4. Aber wie ich finde, irgendwie schaffst du es in dem Moment inzwischen auch dann nochmal einen Gang zuzulegen, nochmal das Tempo ein bisschen anzuziehen und dann machst du das Ding zu.
Ich glaube, das sind auch meine Fans, genauso wie Mike. Und ich habe leider am Doppel immer ein Dart oder 3 Dart oder 4 verpasst. Publikum war auf seiner Seite, das hat mich ein bisschen gestört, aber ich muss ehrlich sagen, ihr seid top alle, ehrlich, Respekt.
Mensur, du weißt, so viele deutsche Starter haben wir an einem Samstag nicht mal bei der European Tour dabei. Wir sind froh, wenn wir welche auf der Bühne haben. Nächster Gegner von dir wird oder könnte Jelle Klaassen sein. So muss man es formulieren. Der ist ja der nächste gesetzte Spieler. Einer mit einem schnellen Wurfrhythmus. Oft gegen den gespielt?
Korrekt, ist ein Freund von mir. Aber ich muss vorher was sagen. Ich bin auch ein Deutscher. Ihr seht es ja, ich glaube, schlecht. Ich bin im Herzen ein Österreicher, aber seit 10 Jahren spiele ich in Deutschland. Mein Herz ist auch in Deutschland. Dürft ihr ja nie vergessen.
Mensur, der nicht nur im E-Dart-Bereich viele Jahre in Deutschland gespielt hat, auch die Darts-Bundesliga mitgespielt hat, der den ganzen Weg der GDC gegangen ist, der PDC Europe, und der letztlich auch aus dem deutschsprachigen Raum das Aushängeschild ist. Besser hat es bislang noch keiner hinbekommen. Mensur, wir sehen dich morgen wieder. Glückwunsch und genießt den Tag noch.
Und wir sehen uns morgen um 7 Uhr beim Laufen.
Morgen 7 Uhr beim Joggen, genau. Mensur Suljovic.